ready?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Who listening?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Alright.
Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little tea time. Welcome to a little tea time.
Alright, so good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, royalty readers and tea timers. It is I, Jarek, aka Jarius D, your host of A Lil Tea Time and your favorite published author's favorite published author. And welcome to another episode of A Lil Tea Time. So it is Thursday, and we're getting closer and closer and closer to the weekend. I am excited, and I just want to thank everybody who's tuning in. If you're tuning in tonight, please like, comment, and share tonight's show. I am also accepting stars, so if you can feel free to share stars, I would love that. And y'all, thanks for tuning in. And tonight, I have the honor and the privilege of interviewing someone who is going great places in this television and movie business. He is here with us tonight, and I am ready to bring in Mr. Jason Woods. So y'all hang tight. I'm about to get him in here. Mr. Jason Woods getting here. Gotta again send shout outs to everybody who's just tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
Hey,
What's up?
what's up? What's up? It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I know, right? Welcome.
A long time coming.
Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me, and for me to finally have the time to be.
Yeah. Yes, as I've already mentioned to the people, you are definitely busy in the television and movie world.
I try to be. I'm still in the process of making it. You can say that I've broken in, but I haven't really it's a start. It's always a start. It's always a work in progress. So I'm just happy to just be able to just try to have a career in the space that I've always wanted to have a career in. So I'm just very happy about that.
Yes. Okay. So we met like 2 years ago?
Oh my God. I'm trying to remember. No, wait a minute.
We've been knowing each other for
a minute.
Yeah. We've been running into each other at events.
Events. And did you work on situationships with Christy at all?
I did. That's where we first met.
Yeah. Shout out to Christy. Oh, she's having her second annual Storytellers event tonight.
It is. I actually got that in my announcements. I was gonna serve that as my tea later in the show. But congratulations to her. I know her event is kicking off tonight. So hey, Christy Woodard, congratulations on Storytellers Volume 2.
Congratulations, bestie.
I'm gonna tell this story. I gotta tell this story because when y'all met me, I was trying to act like I was not in the room when we all met on situationships.
You not in the room. You.
I was trying to be the low key person in the room that day. And when they started doing the introductions, it all just popped off. I gotta send love out to C.A. Radcliffe. That girl, she put me up on a pedestal so high that day in that room.
I feel like you deserve to be on the pedestal because you do so many things. You don't get the flowers you deserve. I feel you do so much. You have run a Lil Tea Time for so long, have gone with so many people in the community, done so much for the community that I think you deserve your flowers. Like you really do. You deserve to have
Thank you.
more of the recognition that you have. That ass.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And you as well, because you have been doing some major things. I've got to work on like what, 3 productions now with you?
Yes, 3 productions, and I'm excited for them to come out. I'm truly undoubtedly excited for all of this to come.
Yes. It's been a wild ride. It's been a wild ride. And I know that you got your degree last year,
Yeah.
right? In the business that you're working in.
Yes. So I got a degree in film, degree from Arizona State University. So shout out to the Sun Devils. Shout out to the Sun Devils, fork 'em. And that in itself is an experience because I got that at Starbucks when I was working.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you. And I have to say it on my show tonight. I am so proud. And I know I probably say it every time I see you, but tonight on a Lil Tea Time, I'm so proud of you because your representation for LGBTQ artists working in this industry right now.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
heavy
gonna be
for someone like me.
That's all I can. I can't really be anybody else.
It's just a pleasure to see people like us, LGBTQ Black men, working in this field and having to put it down for the culture where we are already stoned, spat at, and last in the line. And to see someone with your balls, because you got some balls, baby, and I live for it. And we've been in some rooms where we kept crossing paths, and when we would cross paths, it'd be like the next day we were running to each other. I gotta tell this story too before we get to your interview. So we was at the 70th birthday party. I want to say last year. Yeah, that was last year. We was at the 70th birthday party. I'm networking, you networking, and I'm standing there and I'm talking to you, and we talking to all of these people, and coming to find out, I'm standing here talking to the director for the film.
Oh yeah, we were at Bears, and
Yes.
that we were working on the movie about the dynasty people. That was for a shoot, and I was I remember like we were talking, we were chit chatting, and then like I don't know what happened. I think there's a moment where it's like, oh yeah, I'm working on a set tomorrow. I was like, what set you working on tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
And and it just clicked because I was working on it. I was in the office during the time, so I was running everybody. I knew about everybody on the set. So with that all around, I think it was like the director, he's chill as fuck. Like shout out to Andrew Hyatt. Like he's a chill ass director. And I love him so much. And also everybody related to the like who was producing the show, like
Yes.
producing and directing, all of that were really chill people. So with that, it was just like we just happened to run into each other, and I think I ended up introducing you to the director. Yeah, I did introduce you to the because you were shooting the next day. So I was like, let me slide in and try to make connections happen. I think I hope that.
It was so weird because we were at a 70s party that night, and then the shoot was for a 70s film. So even when I'm introduced, when y'all introduced me to the director, I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go. I got to see this man here tomorrow. And I eased the ass out of there so fast. I eased that so fast.
I didn't mean to make you feel like you had to leave.
No, it wasn't that. It was like, I'm standing here talking to the very person I got to go and work with tomorrow, so I need to go get some rest.
Oh my God. I get that.
And like,
I really do.
Mm. And then like the day before, I had all of this going on with my nose ring. I showed up to set the next day clean.
Oh, you took out. Yeah, I didn't even know this. But so you took out all your piercings, all of that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, I mean, oh, you came like ready, like so I.
Yeah. Great things came from that though. Great things came from that. I don't know if we could talk about that film. Can we talk about that film?
Possibly a little bit about it, but not too much because I I think that this date, if I'm correctly.
I set it up on my IMDb page, but I don't necessarily know the release date like off the top of my head right now.
I want to say it's September.
I think it is September. I might have to do some more research
It's
while we're here.
the IMDb page.
Mm-hmm.
Not IMDb, Instagram. I know they have social media and stuff. I know they have the Instagram.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be looking into that while we're here tonight.
So it'll the Blind movie.
Yes, that changed my life. That changed my life. And it was just so cool to be on set that day. Like it was hot, but we had so much fun.
You were
Shooting.
at the bar, right?
Yeah, I was in like a couple.
That bar.
Woo. That bar scene was so real. It was real on that bar scene.
Was. So I was like, oh yeah, that's yeah. I was like, that's why I was so high. I was like, oh yeah. But you know, that's the thing about that. Like people don't realize like we be all like it looks like all cool and cold and stuff, but like we are like we're cold or very hot. There's no because they can't have the air, and I don't even think the air conditioning was building at the time. So it was just like all the way just like it was a sauna and then
Yes, baby, it was hot that day, and I had on that brown leather hat,
mm-hmm.
trying to work it out.
And you did.
It was life. I went home and I told my mom, I was like, y'all gonna see me in this shit. Like I went, like I said, like the next few days after that, I was telling people like, y'all gonna see me in this film. Just I can't tell y'all much about it. Just all I need y'all to remember is this brown leather hat. See that brown leather hat? That's me. That part. And I think I got like they had gave me like extra shots that day too.
Snap. Yo, show something real. You're gonna be an actor.
I did what I knew I could.
To your repertoire.
You know, just a little something. Just a little something.
You don't act. You're already MC. Like you in there.
Hey, just giving them all I got while I'm here. So enough about that. We're gonna dive into your interview. Tell my viewers a little bit about yourself.
So, hi guys. If you don't know, my name is Jason. I'm from the group 318. I'm a filmmaker and photographer, artist, all that good stuff. I got my film degree from Arizona University last year. I am a filmmaker currently living in Baton now. I'm just trying to make it in the industry. Right now, things are slow, but things will pick back up sooner or later. So it's an exciting, but I've been doing this. Oh God, I've been in the film industry since about 2018 because of Film Prize, and I've been doing like photography since about 2013.
Feel that. Right around the same time when I first dove into this industry of acting.
There you go.
And I'm looking at IMDb, and it is September 22nd.
September 22nd,
Yes.
to 23. Ooh,
Yes.
wow. Man, it really feels like a whole like. It feels like at the think about it, like see something you hard on for months on end, and it's like, oh, it's about out in like less than 6 months. Like there's a release date in sight. So I'm like, oh my god, that I think that's the best part about filmmaking is like seeing everything, like having like doing something from nothing is just like the essence of like so much art. Is like
Mm-hmm.
have is just like idea in it, and it film is a very collaborative process. So it's like, yeah, you can try to do everything, but it's like it's so much better whenever you have a team of people who are just like the same, like in the same ballpark, like who just love to make films, who love to make art, and just make it makes all the difference. And that's why I really just whenever I try to make more films for myself, I would love to be do exactly that, and more people, especially people like we as people, and just like so many. I love making art that speaks to people
Mm-hmm.
that that gives people because a lot of people don't really have that artistic.
Mm-hmm. That's
Only
true.
the only times we can like express ourselves is art. So film and photography, those visual mediums are kind of like my art.
Yes. And you bring something to the set that's different. Your energy is like electric. Your energy is electric. Like you're super cool when it's time for everybody to be quiet. But when it's time for us to, when we can talk, you are everywhere. I was like, I like working on set with Jason. Jason is good people. Just like when we were just family last Christmas.
Oh my gosh, time. That was time. So that was one of the last projects that I got to work on the year. Honestly, that time was so busy because so I've done another show. I was background on another show that ran for like a month and a half, Friday night. And then the day after that show wrapped, I went on to the Christmas show.
Mm.
And basically went there, and my God, that was the time. That was
It,
time.
it was, hey, did you see that they featured that house on the news?
It's wait, like I don't like is it like a good feature or bad?
It was a great feature. It was a great feature.
Ooh,
Um,
no,
the feature was the house itself. They used the house for like weddings.
oh, that makes sense because that house is so pretty.
Yeah, I had did a reel. Like I had saw it on the news, and while I'm watching it on the news, I started recording it to make a reel that I had posted on my Facebook and on my Instagram. I was like, "That's the house." Couldn't say what I wanted to say, but that was that house. And I sent it to everybody I knew. I was like, "That's the house. That's the house. Y'all see that house? Remember that house."
Uh,
Another experience that changed my life too. I learned so much being on that set for those 6 days. I had so much fun and I learned from every person around. And just to be a part of that cast and that crew, that was just it. That was it.
you know,
We lit.
I feel that. I, like there is something about being in a movie that is just like in for for lack of better terms, it's black as fuck. It's that was such a great to be able to be around a lot of black filmmakers because of the fact that like we don't really get that much chance to do
Mm-hmm.
to even be around a room full of like-minded people who are black, who are get to share stories of of blackness or put have like situations that hate Black people. So
Mhm.
I am definitely part of that to be able to tell the story. Christmas movies are Christmas movies. Like, of course, like they're a lot more. I want to say intimate. You can say there's a lot of them they come quickly. They get quickly made. Like for maybe like a quarter, a fraction. Like I'm sure that the budget for that Christmas was like a fraction of the budget for the Blonde. But like you still had to kind of like oh, this is a big like so it's like even if it's like not the biggest budget, sometimes budgets have like projects that come with like not having that budget. It shows off so much creativity and how much you pull off with that.
Yeah.
So I did that time, and I'm glad alongside.
Yes. Okay, we got Tiffany Shine, who was also a part of Never Alone for Christmas. She is tuning in tonight. Hey Tiff, thanks for tuning in. And you just threw a little shade, but I'm not gonna speak on it. When you said that budget.
No. Baby, budget is some of the greatest things we have ever seen come from not having much. And a lot of people, but low budget equals no. It does not.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Unless like cheap is like is something that you can make. You can make something look not cheap. Be cheap. That creativity comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, things may not have budget. That was not shade. That was not shade. Stop.
It's not. It's not.
It was not, because I kind of thriving in that really stressful life, because it's like you have to think of decisions on the spot that like things may happen the way you could, but we're close.
Yes.
And we may not have like $25-35 million to spend on this, but you damn sure we're gonna have a great project, have a great output, and that's that on that. Make something look very, very expensive without it being expensive at all. Look at all of these luxury brands.
That part. That part indeed. So we're gonna dive back into the next question. When you are not working on films and television, what do you do for fun?
Cool child. So as of late, so when I'm not working on the television, I have been to make more hobbies. So okay, so recently I've been on a kick on. So I watch TikToks. I watch a lot of you. Like I love content creation a lot. So I love just watching people on YouTube who are doing the same thing we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
The same things that big budget people are doing. Make like high quality film and make high quality content, and then just like put it for everyone to see. So I love that stuff so much. So I watch it a lot. I try to basically. I just try to relax, play. I do videos every once in a while. I sleep. I love sleep. That's something I realized we do enough of. I feel like we have normalized napping during the day, because a lot of us have to work well. So yeah.
No, that's right.
But yeah, I like play games. Games. I just like watching YouTubers and watching on TikTok, Instagram Reels. Like, another thing that I've realized I'm into is like, okay, so I call myself hyperfixate on a lot. Right now, I'm trying my best to not like take out a loan to get a set of Legos. I realized I was a Lego fan back when I was a kid, and the fact that Lego has basically become a brand that promotes inclusion and diversity for everybody, no matter if you're like years old or you're like 40 or 50. I'm just like, I really want to try to, make like Lego stuff and probably like make like Lego stop motion content. Oh my God. So speaking of, so I want to promote a little bit. So this is like King production by Goslin. So
Okay.
the feature film, I don't know if you read it, but it's called Better Than Fine.
Better Than
It's
Fine.
a feature film that stars Paul Peters and this lovely lady. I can't think of her name right now. She is wonderful, amazing lady from Britain. That film just coming out, or some kind of coming soon under the Cake Baby production. The reason why I only kind of relate to that is because her son Finnegan, he is. Let me tell you, this little like it is talented. He made basically like a stop motion film himself, and basically like he won Film Prize Junior like twice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of his stuff is like stop motion Legos. He actually on the first short film last year that got into the top 20 called In the Closet. That one is about kind of like it's like a whole thing about like dating and like someone dating like a gamer. It's so much I can't explain it, but it's a really cool shirt, and it's the fact that like these kids are gonna be all right. I feel like if we give it, we are trying to give access to the things that we didn't have as kids, like being able to have creativity, make things like stop motion, live action, make films or make anything in that creative space. And I feel like a lot of kids in Shreveport don't like a lot of them are starting to like in schools or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like being able to help somebody bring in their vision of life, like it being to be able to further their future career. Love that. Teaching is so great, especially if it's something that you really really like enjoy doing. So that kind of goes off to just how I end things of I like. I'm not making films. It's like there's so much I like outside of it. Ultimately I just like to be active and to just be present.
Okay. Great segue to this next question. What inspired you to work in the television and film industry?
So music videos. My first music. So I always like vision how to make like all of that, right? One video that sticks. It sounds like you have Billie Jean, Thriller by Michael Jackson, Missy Elliott. Specifically, that was one of my favorite. Or Hit 'Em With that was one of my favorite. Her 90s era. One video that I also is in my house. Very.
All right, Tamia.
That was one of. I remember as a kid being like, "Oh, I want to make shit like that." Oh, but at the time, I wanted to do music. I want to be a pop star, and then that transitioned to trying to be like a producer and all of that in high school, and that also just trained to photography. So actually, when it comes to photography, I credit my mom. I credit my mom for getting me that and for helping me kind of like start up my interest in photography. Was already like it was already kind of latent in the fact that I was like I remember taking a lot of pictures and stuff in high and middle and high school. I took oh god, I would take so many pictures like recess in during time in middle school. I my old MySpace that even still up like was full of just like pictures and edits and when I was like in middle school and just like doing all of those like cute little trends and stuff. But I do credit my mom for photography, which kind of was the gateway.
Mm-hmm.
Finally get into and I music videos in particular are a lost art because you a lot of times you don't really get any return on investment and it was like it's basically like it's pure vibes like having pure vibes so it's like you work with the artist you try to have something come to life and whether it's high budget or like for a two-piece disc. So I credit a lot of that to my mom and to videos for me getting to the industry. And then I also got into the industry here in Shreveport kind of by chance. A lot of people who are watching know me. We used to work at Starbucks, and that's where a lot of my connections is through being in Starbucks and being in that space. So what happened with film prize. My first film that I worked on for film prize was a little film called Creatura by with Hugo Christian and Ripley Lacron. Hugo, he was the director. Ripley was the writer. That was my very first film that I worked on for film. I worked on. It was like a little. It was like, oh yeah, come be on set, help out, be a PA, and I was like, okay. And I've always wanted to work in movies at that point. Anyways, I was like, fuck yeah, I get to work on a movie.
That part.
Lo and behold, I ended up like being the photographer. So like, if you see about a lot of behind the scenes from that film and a plethora of other films, sometimes that were me. So that were me. In this case, last year, if you see Dress by Clayton Henderson, I did a lot of the behind the scenes photography. That's what I could. I was also like in there as an extra. But yeah, just like over time, I just kind of like just tried to work my way in, kind of break into that film prize like circle, and it's a circle.
You've definitely been doing it. You definitely have been doing it, and it's amazing to see all of what you're doing. It's amazing because you're doing it, and you're not
It's
letting up. You keep putting your foot in their neck.
you have to make me cry.
Don't don't cry yet. Not yet. When you get your Oscar, when you get the Oscar,
That part, that's what I've earned years.
that part. So we're gonna get to the next question. How did you decide when to establish your brand in this business?
I honestly don't feel like I feel like I have a brand yet. Like, I don't know. I feel like personally something that I actually struggle with a lot because having like we're in an era where everything is representative of something. Like themselves. Granted, some people who are the aren't the best kind of people. Y'all know who they are. But I just like when it comes to we all of us focus so much on branding, like be like, oh, this is we put like brand and reputation is like so they're so mashed together that like every time, oh, I have a brand, maybe you just have your reputation that you're trying to monetize. Like, and
That's true.
me trying to monetize my, I struggle with that a lot, and I like, you know, like old like self-esteem when I was younger, that, you know, has a tendency to pop up every once in a while. Like it's kind of like that you just kind of have to just keep on if you want to brand yourself. I say just like make sure your reputation first, and try to do whatever you can to either not own it or learn a bit of media training.
Like that.
There are so many
Next.
who don't really have media training or really. And I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off. I feel kind of strongly. Like I feel like I need more before I can start to be having a brand, because having a brand, having a reputation is bigger. And after all, the bigger you get, the more susceptible to scrutiny you are, because you are no longer just you. You're a representative of something. Your brand is representing something. Like you're a representation of something. You don't really know it. That's why a lot of people try to put role model status on people who don't really need role model status, and they did not put themselves out there to be role models in the first. A lot of these celebrities.
That part. That's the truth.
There's a lot of, people who are just going viral on TikTok. Is like there's not really a blueprint to, brand yourself and to brand, have people don't realize that everything is gonna be a brand, especially the more you put yourself out there as whatever, as an influencer, artist, whatever.
Got that, like that. And what you said is profound, because we do go out as a brand, and we don't think about reputation, how your reputation is closely connected with a brand. So it's something that I'm still learning. Like everything I do, I feel like represents who I am. So my goal is to do the best at everything that I'm trying to do. So if I am pulled into a brand, or once I am a brand, my rep and my name is already good within every little community that I'm trying to push myself into. So I get it. Reputation precedes your brand. Reputation precedes
representation, and like that's the is our brand, and that a lot of because it's like honestly, we have to act right anyway. like with all the things that are going, like we try to act. A lot of times, acting right isn't enough for them, and all we have to do is try our best to be that we can be. It's like we aren't perfect human. We mess up, we fuck up all the time.
That part.
We have to learn how to apologize and learn how to hold ourselves accountable. I'm still trying to learn how to hold myself accountable for like the things that I've done, because it's like we're not human. I've done things. I've done few dumb things. But I know that I'll be the first person to apologize, even if it's like to protect the keep the peace. I'll be the first to try to apologize. But I'm also like kind of like if I know I did something like right, or if I didn't, do something, I'll try to be like defend, but like I'll try to like apologize and try because it's like like we're in an era where it can get scrutinized for a lot of things. It's also like we have to really just kind of we just have to kind of just make sure we don't do stupid or say anything that like that hurt because our words, especially the bigger we get as creatives, as people, as brands, like our words, our actions do consequences.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's a perfect segue to this next question. How have your priorities changed since you got into the business of television and film?
My priority is right now things are definitely. I used to be like, oh, I want to be famous. I want to be this, I want to be that. But it's like the older I get, the more I'm like, I just want to be famous. I would just want to work. I want to work in an industry that I really love. I don't really like crave fame like that. I feel like I do, but I would love to be a public figure. It like I feel like I'll get so tired of really being a public figure. I'm like, ooh, I don't want like I just don't really want to clout chase anymore. Like, because I know like a lot of people will try to try to chase clout. And it's like that's just part of human nature. That's something that we've all have done before. Like whether it's like trying to be popular with the cool kids or trying go viral on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, or whatnot. So I just really want to make sure that I and other people like us get paid fairly now, as compared to just famous. I don't really want to be selfish about it because it's like I'm still in my 20s. I'm still in myself, but it's like I don't really want to have. I want to be able to look out for not just myself, but other people in the industry, and that's I just want to we have to try to put more more joy, more queer joy, more black joy, more all of the above. Like try to protect our kids, protect our people, like our queer people, our trans people, our black people, our PLC people. Like try to just look out for us, and there's a lot of times you have to look out for yourself too. Like there's no shade to that. Like you look out for yourself too, because right now we're still in the middle of a pandemic that's not been solved, not nearly to the extent that it could have been.
Yes,
still,
that's true.
like possibly his financial crisis. I don't really know that about it, but there's been like a lot of like money people who have been saying, "Oh, we're possibly in a recession." It's like we just have to look out for ourselves, especially with all this like legislation right now that is actively hurting queer folks and anybody who is white and straight and get married. Like
Yes,
this like now, it's it's fucking me up.
feel that, feel that.
There's only so much that we can do, but there's also a lot that we can do. Just try to promote great brands, like people who aren't are good people, and if tries to does anything bad or has done, hold them accountable. Not like cancel them, but hold them accountable. And if they keep on acting a fool, I can kind of hold them and cancel.
That part. Great segue to this next question. What challenges did you overcome on your journey in the film industry so
Ooh,
far?
child. Right now, I'm still at the start of my career. I feel like I may have been a late bloomer, so I didn't really get to break into any kind of until I would say like 2018 was great for Film Pride, but my first feature was Blind. No, I lied. Technically, my first feature was Incantation back in 2019, directed by but my first feature kind of like going into it full time was and just trying to achieve your dream while still trying to make it. That's been my main challenge, trying to balance that, because when it comes to the film industry, there are gonna be like times where you have to be out, so like you have to like hustle in order to make ends meet. And they tell you that is strange sometimes. Like,
Yes.
so I'm like, I could go back to Starbucks. I could go back to go to a 9-to-5 job, but like my body won't let me do that anymore. But that's been the main challenge, and then trying to overcome my self-doubt as a creative self, because like there are a lot of times where I'll talk to myself about a thing, and one wrong move could like mess up my entire movement. I don't know it, but like there's some stories like I'm really do something like, oh, I'm ready, I'm doing one thing.
Mm-hmm.
As case to just like me laying in my bed and like eating, screaming, and like to deflect as for self-care. Guys of self-care. Oh, I got depressed. That's one thing I'm actually trying to do. There are so many projects that I want to do, and I've already directed one. I'm trying to direct another. I want to put something in for Film Prize. I've been trying to put Film Prize for 4 years now.
Okay.
And I made was ultimately what I made for Film Mind, a Broken Boy. But I want to make something that I can possibly. That's it, and that's the one thing I love.
Well, when you need some actors or some background people, just give me a shout. I'm available.
Roll. Roll. You deserve a reel, baby. You deserve to be able to have like your reel in check. Okay?
Thanks.
I did want to talk about short film for a minute though.
Okay.
It's called Broken Boy. It was made right before shit happened. So the story of it came about. So my original thing, like I wanted to do this thing, a blind date. I was like, oh, I want to do a book about a blind date. A blind date that goes wild, that goes weird. And then like it kind of went more towards like, oh, well, I want to talk more than just like a blind date. Oh, and I just kind of fell upon basically writing a story about someone overcoming trauma, or has starting to overcome trauma from someone they found abused them.
Mm.
So this was my film. It talks about SA in the Black queer community, especially towards like people who are more masculine or masculine, and how we a lot of times we don't really talk about that. It's like talk about it. Like I was talking to happen anybody.
Mhm.
No, what you, no matter. But it's like we as queer, black queer, we are more susceptible to assault, and that does not get, and
That's true.
that does not get reported and does not get as much attention as
That's true.
other cases. So
That's
that
true.
involved in that, and oh, it's won a few awards, like mostly from like little small festivals. Um, I'll send the link. It's on YouTube. I'll send the link to put
Yes.
you. But yeah, that happened right before COVID shutdown happened, and I feel really to be able to have that message. I remember the actors, we filmed it in Dallas actually. So the actors came in they came in Friday. We rehearsed Saturday and we shot all day Sunday. It was all in all, it was possibly like an 8 to 9 hours, which isn't like, I'm not saying is expected, but it's like good to have a shoot that is started and done in less
Mm-hmm.
than 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That one I'm really blessed to have that be done. My actors and my other friend Brandon Selman, he basically was the reason why I got it. I had it like as like a little treatment, as a little short story for so long that it's like you should this is the script. Kind of kicked my butt in finishing the script, and after that, everything just kind of fell into place. Like we posted, like, and all of a sudden, like Sean Lauren from Dallas, amazing actor, Ichiko from LA, and turned out like he was SAG alert. I think he had just put in the paperwork to get into SAG by the time he worked on. So it was like it was approaching his SAG. That was really cool. And then my friend Brandon, Brad, he found out about the rest of the cast. It was a really fun time. It was a really fun. Like I like directing. Like I like directing. It's also
I can definitely tell, and I want to see your film. I want to watch, and I want to get into it because that speaks to the heart of, I'll say, the majority of LGBTQ people of color. These stories are being told day in, day out, and they are not being taken serious. And I think too, because of the stereotypes amongst LGBTQ people of color, and this is the Bible Belt down in the South. So we have to take all of those things into consideration, that people are going to say, well, maybe it was supposed to happen, or we're supposed to accept these type of things when they happen, and that's not cool. That's not cool. So we have to be willing to tell these stories, and we have to be willing to get people's attention at all costs for these type of stories to be taken serious, because there are people of color that are LGBTQ people that are being killed just for being who they are.
We thought that getting attention, but it's like we still are fighting. We have to be, and then here there are people telling us, "Oh, you don't need it. Oh, you're just like, oh, it's woke that. Oh, fucking God, maybe, maybe woke didn't like pack it up, like throw it away. Woke is no more. People didn't use that term, and it took it away from Black folks. We need to start gatekeeping more. Like we need to start keeping our vernacular, like our language, our traditions and shit.
That part.
Because it's so annoying that people have basically just co-opted our culture essentially been co-opted so many times because it's like because of slavery and all of that. Like we had to build our own culture. So it's like the fact that popular culture, black culture, popular culture is like it's so hard to that are just out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll add more things that are just, like made for us, by us, with us in mind. Like that, I love that. Like, as much I will also make stories that everybody. I guess that's like a game for everybody trying to get history, but it's also I would love for just us to have some or
Mm-hmm.
and have a story that has us in it that people can relate to. Like, oh, I may not be black, but I'm also like I can also relate to those things. You know what I'm saying?
Hence the reason why I wrote Coming Full Circle and Coming Full Circle 2, Marriage, Money, and Mayhem, and Coming Full Circle 3, Somewhere or Nowhere. I am telling stories from the LGBTQ perspective that people are not familiar with. And it's giving voice to our issues that are not being seen. And I love the fact that I took this world and I've made it as big as I possibly could because I want to turn these books into films one day. Right? That's the plan. Once I get this third book written, I need to learn how to write a script because that's going to be the next step.
Oh, you have a network of people you talk to. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. I just got to finish this third book first.
All right.
Once I finish the third book, I will be, hey, I'm looking for a couple of screenplay writers out there.
Hey,
help me.
we gotta do the thing. We have to put our art out there, and I'm so happy that you are actively putting your art out there in the form of.
Yes.
And I need us to read more. We need to start reading again. Like we need to go back to like read a book. Like now we need more of that again. Like
Yes.
I know fans have gone shorter because of content like TikTok and all that. But it's like I've realized I miss stuff. But doing research for scripts, I'm low key kind of miss reading. But I don't have time to do it now. I need to sit back and just read a good book.
Well, I have a couple of them I have a couple of good books if you're interested in reading some fresh.
I'm definitely interested in reading great books from my great author.
We'll have to chat more about that after the show. So we'll chat more. Next question up. How do you define success?
Ooh, so success is in the eye of the beholder, just like beauty. So I define success as, honestly for me, right now, success is like leaving a legacy, having something that people can remember you for, hopefully good, and something that really having a style, or having something, anything, a thing, a piece of art that like leave if you die, that people will remember you. I think that's the end game for all of us. Is like we want to be able to have something that we can say we did that, like shit, and then people recognize it for maybe
Yes.
awards or some kind of like recognition of the talents that we have, and a lot of times that we won't get that, but I feel like if someone's all like, oh yeah, I remember that stuff. Oh yeah. Like, Jarek is a great person. Jason was a great person. Like, that's kind of, I want to be known as, an artist. I guess first and foremost, as someone who tried to make art happen, and that's my version of success is being.
Love that. Absolutely love that, and I agree. Because we don't get our flowers for the work that we do as artists.
Unless
And you have to be in the industry for years and years and years and years and years and years at a time to actually get the flowers that you deserve. And it's people like Billy Porter who inspire me. He's been doing this shit before I was born, and he now is getting his flowers, and he
I,
definitely putting it down.
I feel that like Billy Porter is a great example of of how it'll take a long time to break out. But once you break out, you take that and run. My okay. Only gripe about Billy Porter is it's about okay. So you know he was there was something I think about him over the rest of the girls not being nominated. Rodriguez and India Moore, yeah, her name, and I feel like Billy Porter had kind of in this like I don't think he was, but I think has tendency to marginalized voices as well because it's like yes, you are a marginalized group, you are an older Black gay man, but it's like you also know that Black trans women are being fucking killed out of disproportion to all of us, like even to us. And I am happy that I think he apologized for it and then proceeded to no, that was, I can't remember if that was him or Ryan Murphy that gave MJ Rodriguez her flowers for being the first trans person to win. I think it's a Golden Globe or an Emmy, one of the two. But other than that, I really do appreciate Billy Porter for basically like repping for those who feel like they are always too late or feel like they'll never make it because it's like I feel like with the amount enough drive, with the enough time, and sometimes it's just you'll make it in the industry. Like, kind of only put out as much as you put it in. I've realized. I'm like, if you put in enough, there's gonna be something. You're gonna get something back.
Yes.
I hope that once whatever we put out into the universe, whatever we put in ether, that we get something back. That we if not our flowers, something like some kind of recognition or validation for us. And we don't really need validation. We deserve validation. We don't need it, but it'll be nice to have.
That part, because I totally agree. It's not required. It's not required, but it's earned, and I think we've earned it enough, and we're still earning it daily.
We're still having to prove it, and it's like a lot of us have proven ourselves to be worthy. Some people who have been working in the industry for so long, who are just now in their like we can take it back to Christy. I've known Christy for years, and it's just the fact that I've seen her work so hard, and she's finally starting to get flowers.
Yes.
She had a talk with I think the Robinson. I think the Robinson talking kids about the film industry, very engaged, very like wanted, and just seeing her be successful, especially with the web series and all of that as well, with like that, seeing her and storytellers as well tonight. I am I'm proud of her. I'm proud of you. I'm proud
Yes.
of her for all that y'all done for the community as well. Y'all be putting up for the community. Y'all are doing the damn thing. more than
The goal is to make Shreveport better than it was. The goal. That's my goal. My goal is to leave Shreveport better than it was when it's all said and done. So I'm just on my job.
it's
Um, the next, yes, it is. The next question. We got a few more questions, and then we're gonna play Candy or Corn. What's the best advice you can give someone thinking about starting a business or pursuing their dream?
oh shit. Talk about a lovely question. So I say for for that, I say make sure you're doing it for the right reason, and no, money is not a valid reason.
That's it. Because if you're in it for the money, it's not gonna last.
If you're in it for just the money, it's not gonna last. Like, yes, money can be a good like deciding factor. It's like it's not always about, and that's something I have to kind of realize turn myself. It's like not everything has to be financially like incentivized. Granted, getting paid for the stuff that we do is always going to be on the table. That's always going to be our thing. But yeah, no, I just make sure you doing it for the right reasons, and then once you get making sure that like get your shit together and like just be good people, and good things to people, and like that's all I can really say. And that's all we can say at this point.
Love that. So, tell me 3 things you would like to see better in our community.
And our community has not only in the queer community or in the Black community. Well, then again, intersections. We're all here.
That part.
So I will love for us to normalize like being able to just like, oh, this is something I gotta think about. I want us to be able to really just exist without stigma. I want us to try to do better by making making more of our time, like being able to try to do more, try to give more, try to love more, try to promote more joy, and especially for those who can't really express that joy.
Yes.
Let me think. When it I don't. That's about it. I just want us to be able to express our joy, our story, our trials and tribulations, our love, our positivity, our all of us. I want us to be able to have all of it, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. We have to be able to see the beauty. We
Yes,
have to see the beauty in all of the negativity.
and not only like in the pain, but just be able to express our beauty in ways that nobody else can, even in ways that are like sweet to us, and ways that anybody else to have that same to have that same to
Yes,
express.
yes. I skipped this question, but I'm going to ask you now.
Yeah.
Give me your favorite quote and why.
Honestly, like, the one that always is the golden rule. Treat those the way needed. I I try to be. I really do, and I think I succeeded in that. But I always feel like I try to exemplify by that golden rule, and I know that is all cliche and stuff, but it's one quote that always keep me that always go back. Treat those the way,
Mhm.
and I guess that's why I always like to try to put people on, try to like in a positive way, try to network and make people aware, promote people when I can, and all of that. And I say it's that hopefully people do the same.
That part. Love that. Final question, and then we're gonna play Candy or Corn. What would be your wish for the next generation?
My wish for the next generation is definitely to use the resources you got. And I hope those resources pay out in lots of money, lots of love, lots of great things, lots of prosperity and security.
Yes.
I want the kids to be secure in themselves. I want them to be financially secure in their emotions, secure in their bodies, secure in just in being able to do this without fear and being able to and try and defend themselves in ways that we like. The girlies on TikTok are just doing phenomenal things. Makers on TikTok, so many people, things on live, like literally Miguel of all people.
Yes.
Sure Thing. I remember when Sure Thing was a free single from Starbucks, free single of the week.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Okay, so back in Starbucks had it was a free single of the week, right? Where there's little cards you can download to your little iPhone for free and all that. I remember Miguel's Sure Thing being, and then 13 years later, because of TikTok, that he is now that song is 15 right now on the Billboard Hot 100, and it's been out since 2010. I was 16.
I still listen to that song.
I
still listen to that song. That song is still in my playlist today.
To this day.
So what you're saying is absolutely legit.
The fact that there are so many things that as a result of social media has been coming back playing. I just really like the kids. The kids are all right. I want these the kids that have the talents that are able to just hone them and be able to be secure and knowing that they can use it for the greater good, for any good.
Yes, that's it. Please use social media for good, y'all. Use it for good, because it's a lot that goes on here, and I'm scared sometimes the stuff I be seeing.
I'm scared too. That's why I'm that cause do I really want to have a brain? And I could just delete social media right now. And I'm like, nah.
And that's the thing that keeps me here. As much as I would love to get away, I have.
Right? But yeah, I want the kids. I want the kids to be all right.
That part. Now it's time for my favorite part of this show: Candy or Corn.
Oh God.
I am going to ask you about these candies. If you'd eat these candies, you can say candy. If you would not eat these candies, you can say corn. And everybody who's watching tonight at home, please feel free to put your comments down in the comment section and play Candy or Corn with us. All right. First candy up, York's peppermint patty.
York's peppermint patty. I with mint chocolate chip candy.
That part. Next candy up, 100 grams.
Ooh, I ain't heard of that for a minute. Candy, I'll eat it.
That part. Snickers.
Oh, definitely candy.
M-
Definitely.
M-
Which one?
Whichever you like.
So I can eat them all, but my preference is chocolate.
Got it. Mike and Twix.
Ooh. I used candy. I used to pick things up like it was like freaking. I love X. Those are my favorite candies ever.
Feel that. Next candy up, lemon heads.
Corn. Okay, so I can eat lemon heads once in a while, but like every once in a while, like I have to be. I realized I have to be in the mood for sour stuff. Like I used to love sour stuff as a kid, but over and I was like, let me. I don't have to. I don't have to have everything sour.
Feel that. Feel that. Next candy up is Twix.
Oh, yes, yes, and definitely candy. Twix is my favorite. As you can see, I love candy, but like.
Feel that. Gotcha. Next candy up is Skittles.
Skittles is the go. Like it's the OG. I think that's my first candies as a kid. I think that's one of the first candies I actively remember liking. And I hope you say another brand that I really really liked as a kid. That like I really hope you say that.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with corn on this one.
And I just tossed that out there because I ain't thinking that was the one you would go to say.
Okay, I used to like Sour Patch Kids, but I'm like I can't really eat it like I used to. No, no.
Feel that. Final candy is candy corn.
Hell no. Wait. Okay, it's not a hell no. It's okay, so you have to candy corn is one of those things where it's like Peeps. Candy corn is Peeps. You have to have them in the season. Otherwise you're not gonna it's not gonna be.
That's it.
Like
that part.
I can only eat during Easter. I can only eat candy corn during Halloween. One thing that I don't eat besides like cake during Christmas, I try not to eat anything peppermint until Christmas. Peppermint tea, but like peppermint candies, I don't try to eat until I don't try to eat that until the holidays because like peppermint things like they signify. Oh, it's winter. Peppermint and Mariah Carey.
That part. That part. Those two things, they go together.
They go together. So it's not a hell no, but it's like I don't know on my way to get candy. So it's a corn.
Feel that. And that is candy or corn. Thank you for playing.
Oh my god, that was fun. That was a fun time.
Thanks. Jason, this is the time to let people know where to follow you. If you got some projects coming up, you can let people know about your projects.
Ooh, I've been waiting. So. Hi. You follow me, Jason Wood, at Sisu Studio on YouTube. You can follow me at _ Sisu Studio _ on Instagram. On Facebook, I'm here. I also am part of. Okay, so one project that I'm excited to be part of. This is an acting project. So I'm excited to be part of it. It's called Black Blood. This is a web series that is about black vampires. Think like not like True Blood, but like it's like True Blood meets The Wire meets kind of like a straight, except with a lot more black people.
Okay.
I am involved with this season 2, which is in the middle of production. Season 1 already out on YouTube. Directed by Director Fresh out of Lake Charles. I am playing a character named Donald, which we got a rep for the girlies. So I'm excited to have an acting role, especially one that's like for like a series that independently created by Black people that just like is a labor of love. It's like basically like being in the cast and through situations, except like I'm in front of the time instead of behind.
Yeah, are they filming that still?
Situation. There's a rumor that there may be development.
Mm.
So who knows what happens?
Mm. All right. Well, we'll be on the lookout. I will be doing my dig for the tea as it becomes.
So with situationships, there's a rumor that season 2 may be starting the development soon. But yeah, Black Blood that's on YouTube. I think we start filming in July for this season, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
All right, that's my birthday month. Give me a shot if y'all need an actor.
I mean, it's gonna be a Lake Charles, so I'm like, just go down to Lake Charles because that's where I think most films.
Okay. I know that they were filming a new project here. That I didn't know if you were a part of that project that they were filming here.
In Shreveport, those was being filmed at this point. I'm waiting for confirmation of Curtis 56 Jackson on getting building so we can start getting more projects done. But
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, he's a cancer too, just like me. Hey, we'd appreciate it if you take over that studio for us here in Shreveport.
Yeah,
we can use
Yeah, I would love that, and I'm hoping to come to fruition.
Yes.
That out into the God, Jesus, Ghost, Trinity. Please let this happen. It's gonna mean so much to in Shreveport that like we need it.
Yes. With that being said, I gotta thank you for coming through here tonight. Had a great time. We had a great time. Gotta be a little shady. I gotta be just a little shady, and I gotta send a shout out to the cast of Never Alone for Christmas. Gotta send a shout out to y'all, Grits, Carter, and the crew. How y'all doing? Just. Wait a minute, cause he over there. Just gotta put that little shade in for tonight. Shout out to y'all. Hope everything's going okay.
I hope everything's going okay too.
Yeah. You said it. I didn't. I just said I'm just gonna throw my little shade out.
I said I'm disagreeing. Everything's going okay.
Yeah. So, hey, you guys, just check in at the house now. The church, we're looking for our money. The church is looking for their money. That's all I'm going to say about that.
There you go.
And with that being said, I am going to let you get out of here because I know you got more to do. And definitely send me that link so I can check out your film on YouTube. And I'm going to give you feedback.
Please do.
Yes. And I'm going to say this before you go. Thank you so much for doing what you do. Because me meeting you has changed my life as an artist. And it lets me know that I was right on track when I walked in that damn theater that day for hashtag situationships. When I walked in there and I saw someone who represented this community the way I represent this community, it showed me, okay, I'm right where I'm supposed to be today. And then to see you on the set of The Blind again, I'm right where I'm supposed to be today. And Never Alone for Christmas showed me again I'm right where I'm supposed to be today. And you inspire me to keep going forward. You are inspiring me to get this next book done because I want these books turned into a film. And I'm grateful to know you as a human being and to call you a colleague in this business. Do not cry, darling. Do not cry. Um, but you are one of the few people why I do the show because we have to give people their flowers while they're here and let them know that they are appreciated for what they bring to the table because you bring something to the table that not everyone can bring to the table. You bring you to that table and you are building your own table for the future that I'm looking forward to be a part of. So thank you, my friend. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for all that you do in this television and film industry. You keep fighting. You keep pushing them doors down. And when you keep coming, I'm going to keep coming right behind you. So let's do this work.
We're doing the work together.
Yes. So I'm going to let you go because I got to do this closing. And I love you, darling. You keep going.
Much love to you, Derek. Much love.
Take it easy, and I'm gonna hit you up like right after the show. Bad. All right. Take it easy.
Take care. Take care.
All right. And that was my guest tonight, Mr. Jason Woods. Thanks, Jason, for coming in here tonight. I had a great time tonight with the show. So y'all know I had to do my closing and I had to spill this tea. So happening right now, it started at 7 o'clock while we were filming a Lil Tea Time. I have to send a shout out to Miss Christy Woodard and her event, Storytell Hers Volume 2, happening right now at the Robinson Film Center. I am so excited for her, and I'm so excited for all that she's doing. Sis, you keep putting it down. You and these female storytellers, y'all keep putting it down with these films, and y'all keep inspiring us to continue to do this work, all right? So, Christy Woodard, you keep doing your thing, sis. So proud of you. Mwah, congratulations. Um, tomorrow, I will have the opportunity to be interviewing this particular guy, and I want to shout him out along with Mr. Kadavian Baylor, Mr. Eric Francis, and the people out in Monroe are doing a mural talk. They are planning to do a mural on the basketball court out there in Monroe at the basketball court there. So congratulations to you guys. I know that they are going to be doing a great thing because I've seen the work that they've done. And if y'all are familiar with the work, it's going to be some great shit. So congratulations to you guys. Happening this weekend, Jose, aka J Science, and Friends Lufkin live music show in Lufkin, Texas. If y'all are out of Lufkin, Texas, do not miss that show. Shout out to you, Jose, my bro. You keep doing the thing, all right? Que pasa? Gotta send shout outs to Miss Raina, Renee, Scooter Man, and Shayna D Music getting ready for their play. Smoking Ace is happening May the 11th and May 12th at the East Bank Theater. I am so excited for you guys. Got word that Just Mine is going to also be performing in this particular piece. So Just Mine, you guys, congratulations. And I am definitely looking forward to y'all doing these projects. And I'm excited for the future of our city. I'm excited for the future of theater and for the future of acting coming up out of Shreveport, Louisiana. This means a lot to me because as a working artist, I get to see people who I work with, who I've sing with, who I've been inspired by, doing all of these great things. So congratulations to you guys. And got to get you guys out here to check out these books because you know I love to promote these books. Coming full circle, the revised edition. Coming full circle to Marriage, Money, and Mayhem. I have sold out of The Confessions of a Conceited Drama King, which is my first book of poetry, but you can also find it at Amazon.com. My second book of poetry, Catching Up with Me, and my third book of poetry, Quarantine Quest, all available right now at Amazon.com. Just type search Jarius, JRAYISDEYOND, and you can check out the books over on Amazon.com, as well as Agora Borealis at 421 Lake Street, downtown Shreveport. Tell them that Jarius sent you. Love you guys. Also, y'all can check out more episodes of A Lil Tea Time. If you did not catch this episode tonight, you can catch it on YouTube at Jared with A Lil Tea Time. Also, you can check the shows out on Spotify with Jared with A Lil Tea Time on Spotify. Also, check out Grade A Grub, which is a show that I'm a part of, also on YouTube. It's GRADEAYE Grub, GRUB. So you can check out Grade A Grub also on YouTube. And as I say after every single show, opportunities knocking, you matter. Let's build and go higher, Shreveport. And remember to be great on purpose and not by accident. The future is now. I am Jared, aka JarUC, your host of A Lil Tea Time and your favorite published author's favorite published author. Again, shout out to my guest, Mr. Jason Woods, coming through tonight. Until the next episode of A Lil Tea Time, you guys stay well, be well. Love you guys. I'm out of here.
Welcome to a little tea time. 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 Welcome to a little
Hi, Mom. I love you. Good night.